Your content output has probably doubled in the last 2 years, but has your brand voice kept up with it? Hi, I'm Daphne, co-founder of VeraContent, a global content marketing agency. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to train your AI tools so they can produce content that actually sound like your brand in every market and in every language. So when it comes to global content, speed is no longer the problem. Consistency is. When every local team prompts AI differently, you get different brand voices, literal translations that just feel off, and content that just sounds like generic marketing language. You can solve this by training your AI, which involves turning the assets you already have and like into clear guidelines. Or in other words, you're turning them into structured inputs that guide your outputs. Think of it like onboarding a new hire. You wouldn't just hand them a blank page and say, write something on brand. You'd give them your clear style guide, approved examples, and terminology rules. Well, AI works the same way. Brand consistency isn't just visual, it's linguistic. And without very clear guidance on what can change and what needs to always stay the same, teams either over-standardize or lose local relevance, or over-localize and fragment your brand. Structured AI inputs give your team flexibility, but within limits. So here's how to build them. Step 1, turn your voice into rules and examples. AI responds much better to real examples than to abstract descriptions. Telling AI to be friendly and approachable doesn't always produce friendly and approachable content, but showing it before and after rewrites, banned phrases, preferred vocabulary, and approved positioning lines, that does work. So for example, instead of writing conversational tone, you'd include an example of an off-brand output and a corrected version side by side. Now that gives AI something very concrete to replicate. So essentially build this out with do and don't tone examples, banned phrases, preferred vocabulary, and your main value propositions. That becomes your voice input. Step 2, build a multilingual glossary. Many AI tools fall short on terminology, especially across languages. Build a glossary that covers product names and how they're capitalized, terms that should not be translated, and market-specific translations where they exist. This is especially important for technical or branded language. If a product name is always written a specific way, or a key phrase should never be localized, your glossary is where you document that. Step 3, create a local nuance pack for each market. Each market comes with its own cultural and linguistic variables, so document them. For each region, note the expected formality level. Any topics that are sensitive or taboo, who your main competitors are in that market, the cultural references that land, and the ones that don't, plus any messaging sensitivities that you've learned the hard way. This is the key layer that keeps your content from feeling foreign in a market even when it's technically correct. Step 4, build reusable prompt templates. One of the fastest wins is creating prompt templates for your most repeated content types. Blog outline templates, social posts by platform, product descriptions, email formats, testimonial formats. Even a shared document is enough to start. The value isn't complexity, it's consistency. When everyone on the team is prompting from the same structure, outputs align without extra review cycles. So let me show you what this looks like in practice. For one educational client that we've worked with for years, we built an extensive, interactive style guide that covers multiple departments. With that level of complexity, keeping content consistent across an international team required much more than manual proofreading. So we embedded the style guide into Grammarly, converting each point into simple rules. The tool now detects errors, suggests improvements, and is embedded into the workflows that our international team uses every single day. And when the style guide gets updated, the Grammarly rules do too. But here's what we've learned. AI training is only half the process. We also had to establish clear ownership around which tools the team would use, who governed the AI inputs, and how to avoid over-relying on automated suggestions. We shared knowledge across the entire team so that the master style guide was accurate before going into any tool. That's the part that people often miss. Keeping humans in the loop protects the credibility and meaning of your clients' brands. Once your training inputs are in place, a good workflow looks like this. Number 1, AI generates a first draft using your trained prompts. Number 2, a native language reviewer checks for accuracy and cultural fit. Number 3, the content gets validated against your style rules. Number 4, reusable templates get updated based on what you learn. Number 5, over time you track performance and refine. That last step matters more than people think. AI content training should not be static. Track what percentage of AI drafts require major rewrites. Track how often terminology errors appear. Watch whether tone is drifting over time. And check whether teams are duplicating work across markets. Over time, good training reduces the need for heavy intervention. Drafts get closer to being publish ready, and review cycles get shorter. Then, look at the bigger picture. Is engagement improving on localized content? Are conversion rates consistent across languages? Are localized pages seeing similar results to original ones? You're not aiming for identical performance across every market, but significant gaps often signal that something in the content just isn't landing. And that's your cue to refine the inputs. So here's a quick recap. Train your AI tools the same way that you'd onboard a new hire. Give them your voice, your rules, and your examples. Build a glossary so that terminology stays consistent across all languages. Create a local nuance pack for each market. Make reusable prompt templates to keep outputs aligned. Measure regularly so that your training improves over time. When you build this infrastructure once, it works across markets, formats, and campaigns. As your brand voice evolves, so do your inputs. But this infrastructure is just a starting point, not a finished product. Each market needs a local expert who can adapt it. Someone who understands the cultural context, knows what lands and what doesn't, and can catch the things that a style guide won't anticipate. AI only handles the first draft. Your local teams are still responsible for reviewing every piece of content before they go out. That's not an optional step. It's what keeps the brand credible in every market. At VeraContent, we help global teams build this kind of multilingual content workflow and put the right local expertise behind it, so they can scale without losing consistency. If you'd like to talk to us about how this could work for your team, there's a link to book a call in the description. Thanks for watching.